Hi there, David with Fireheart Adventures, and today we are going to turn Yucca into cordage, into rope, string. First we need to find some of the Yucca plant, and here I am out at a beautiful Colorado open space, and right here we have the Yucca. Now you have to be careful when dealing with this because the tips are really sharp, and what we're going to do is harvest some of these leaves right here, and that's going to be where we get our fibers. Now incidentally, the stalks themselves make good hand drill, although it's hard to find. These are very dried out. It's hard to find stalks that are straight enough, but they can be often used as composite tips. So when I cut the yucca, ouch, ouch, I'm going to go down low so I get as much as I can. Now I'm not going to cut more than a couple from any one plant because I don't want the plant to suffer from me harvesting some natural materials. And here we are with our yucca materials. These are yucca leaves that I cut right here, just 3 or 4 of them, although we only need one to make one of these and make 1.5 feet of cord, pretty strong cord. I also have a beater stick. I have a board to beat on, and I have a pocket knife right here. So the first thing we need to do is strip the flesh from the yucca. There's a couple ways we can go about doing that. The first way, I think, is to make use of our knife. And you can open up your knife and start shaving away the flesh, but you're going to dull your blade because you're going to be scraping on it vertically. What we can do is we can make use of the back of the knife here and start scraping down the yucca and removing the flesh like that, and it doesn't dull our knife any. And you can see right there where we've already started to remove some flesh. This is just stage 1. Now the more of the green flesh we can remove, the better access we're going to have to our all the fibers of the plant. Now, other things you can use a rock to scrape these instead of a knife. That works pretty good, depending. You don't want it to be too sharp of a rock because you can cut your fibers. Now, right now I'm just getting as much as I can easily, and you can see I'm doing pretty well. On this side, because of the shape of the yucca, I may just get that top ridge. We're going to address the rest of it later, but I flip it over, and because the other side is more flat, or is flatter, I can get more of the flesh off this side. Alright, so I've got a good start. I've got a lot of this flesh off. Now I can keep working at it with my knife, and that's fine. Here's where I might use my blade, because with my blade I can be more intentional about getting the flesh around the curved areas, around the edges. Or this is where my beater stick comes in, because what I can do is I can take this and start to beat it flat, and I'm gonna take some time and beat it up and down this piece. And you can see already what it's doing is it's not only flattening it, but it's causing kind of the waxy flesh part to lift off the edges, and that's what I'm looking to do. So I'm going to take a moment and just beat this up and down. Once I've beaded a little bit, I'm going to go back and re-scrape it. Getting lots new of the flesh, or lots more of the flesh to come off now. And now I feel like we are ready for the next phase. Now just take note, look at how this looks now. This is how it began. Isn't that cool? And now looks completely different. It's not only is it flat, but you can see all the fibers in there, and that's what we're going to use. So our next step is we got to break up these fibers. Now something that's very interesting to note about the use of the yucca is the yucca is a very sharp tip, which you find out really quick when you're harvesting it because you get stabbed a lot. But it also gives the potential of being able to make a natural needle and thread. So I could, if I chose, I still got the tip on, I could work my cordage straight out from that tip and then have a sharp tip and have thread, essentially thread coming off the back, which is great for backcountry repairs. So now I'm going to start to break up these fibers, and I just pinch along and I do some small circles here, work it back and forth, up and down, anything I can do to start breaking these fibers apart. And you can see how all these fibers are just really making themselves available. I'm going to keep working this. Now that's pretty good. Now if I'm ready, I can start to peel them into individual fibers. All right. So now look at my fiber bundle. You see these right here, and now I'm ready to start making cordage.